It was only after watching this film that I realized that this film had already, been remade in Hindi, a film that I had watched long, long, long ago when I was in school. Hi guys, this is Farhad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now and remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And today I had a little window which I thought, I can invest towards the blast from the past section. And so the film that I'm going to be discussing is the Malayalam film, I've written it here, Sanmansullavarkku Samadhanam. Sanmansullavarkku Samadhanam, which is starring Mohanlal. It is written by MVP Sreenivasan and it is directed by Satyan. Now, one of the things that I had said in my introduction as well is that this film was later remade in Hindi called Tera Ghar Mera Ghar, Ye Tera Ghar Ye Mera Ghar, on those lines, and that stars Sunil Shetty, Mahima Chaudhary, Paresh Rawal, and it was directed by Priyadarshan. Now that film I had watched long ago in school, and I remember I wasn't very happy with the film simply because I was going in with the anticipation of it being another Hera Fairy or it being a laugh riot like Hera Fairy, simply because this film was the immediate successor to the super hit Priyadarshan film that was there, Hera Fairy, which was also, by the way, a remake, but a cult film as far as the Hindi films are concerned. So this film did not work that as much as it possible, and because of that, it kind of got affected, But if I have to view it, if I had to view this film, Sanmansullavarkku Samadhanam, if I had to view it separately, it is a social satire that is there, and that is the gaze that you need to fixate while watching this film with, comedy traces that are there. Comedy is only used as a byproduct here. It is not a comedy that will actually make you, laugh out loud, if I can say so. And that, I think, was the beauty of the direction and the writing here, which tackled with a socially relevant issue that is there, while tracing it towards the comedy elements that is there. Now, the soul of the drama here is the two characters of Mohanlal and Kartika. So both these characters that are there, they are at loggerheads with each other, with the character of Mohanlal wanting to oust his tenant, which is Kartika, from the house so that he can repay his debt that he had taken for his sister's wedding. And that is the basic premise that is there, which leads to, the situations of a game of one-upmanship that is there. Now, if you notice, the underlying themes of this film are very relevant. You're talking about dowry here. It is a crime. You're talking about a dowry here. You're also talking about the economic situation of the characters that is there. And remember, this film is a 1986 film, which means even if I had to place that story in that era that is there, it was before globalization. That is when the money started pouring into the nation, and before that, the nation was a little new, you can say. It was very early days for its independence and was struggling, and so the people had to work that much more harder for the money. So that, I think, was a thematic representation which was so well caught by writer Sreenivasan. I think I must commend him so much, because of his ability to understand these nuances and create a social drama with traces of comedy. You can see those themes that are there in some of his other later works as well. Variyappu is one of them, or Nadodi Katta is one of them. So these, are very interesting anecdotes that he caught onto and created a genre. These, the themes that are there would be relatable for its times, which means that it wasn't very complex as, if you could look at the filmography of Padma Rajan or an Adur that is there. Here, you can say the themes were not very complex, and so it made that much more palatable and appreciative as far as the writing is concerned. So the basic structure, it had a very strong foundation, which then led to comedic moments between the two characters. A game of one-upmanship in which Mohanlal tells his friend Sreenivasan, who's acted in this film also, to oust it. He's being the police inspector saying, I don't fall in love, and this and that, and he immediately falls in love. These are very cute kind of situations or sequences that are created in this film. One of the other themes that came later on in this film, it came as a part of the climax here. You're talking about mental health here in 1986. The revelation that happens. Spoilers if you've not watched the film yet, but I think I can give the spoiler because it's a very old film. It's a film that was before my birth. So it's a very old film. I can definitely talk about it. It was talking about mental health as well, and which also led to vulnerability or the defense mechanism of a person. I think that was a very deep kind of a topic for its era. Even for that matter, the Hindi film that was there also was like for like. It took the same situation and said the same story. So again, it was a very important kind of a theme that I did not understand as a child that I'd watched the Hindi film, and it made for a wonderful, wonderful nuance kind of a watch. It came out of nowhere, that revelation. I knew the beats of the story because I recalled the Hindi film that was there. But if you just have to look at the screenplay here, it takes you it has a solid foundation. It takes you on a little bit of a comedic ride with the Don coming in, with the inspector coming in, with the lawyer coming in, with the equations that the two characters share. The character dynamics play a very important role too. That's something that is very serious that is there at the end. And that, I think, was absolutely a wonderful, wonderful culmination of a screenplay that was very well directed by Satyan also. I think the combination of Satyan, Mohanlal and Sreenivasan gives so many wonderful cult films that is there. By the way, this film also gave Mohanlal his first Filmfare Award for Best Actor, and when you look at Mohanlal today, I mean, he's such a wonderful actor even today. There was this one comment that was there on my video Barrow saying that, don't, rule him out, Mohanlal hasn't done well, but, it's just a matter of time. I mean, nobody wants him not to do well. We all are cheering for him, and I think L2 might be the final comeback of his, in which I think all the box office records are going to be broken with that little teaser that was out there. I did not do a teaser reaction, but I mean, it was a wonderful, wonderful build-up. I think I can compare that to Pathaan, the Shah Rukh Khan film Pathaan, in which he says Zinda hai. So that's how, this, Mohanlal was presented in that film. Coming back to this film, Mohanlal was brilliant here. You can see, his mischievous smile that is there. This is so affable that, you cannot help but, invest in his character, who is actually affable, while, playing an obstacle to the character of Kartika that was there. I think the nuances that he caught in this performance, I think, was wonderful. And it just makes Mohanlal such a great actor. He's such a... You can see he's a very secure actor in this film. When I watched it, he is okay sharing screen space with Sreenivasan also, or some of the other actors, like Tilakan. I love Tilakan in this film. He was brilliant as the Don here. Even Innocent I spotted in a little role. So all these legends that you watch in this film, it just makes you realize what a great, industry, and the people who actually watched the film in the 80s and the 90s, you would actually be reminiscing of the greatness that you witnessed on screen when you compare it to even today, as far as some of the other industries are concerned. It's almost like I as a child was watching Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, VVS Lakshman, Virendra Sehwag, Saurav Ganguly, all of them bat together, and they made batting so easy. And when I look today and when I look back, I realized that I was, witnessing greatness without even realizing. And I think that is I think similar to the era of the Malayalam film industry, like from the 80s, from the 90s, you did not realize that you were witnessing greatness on celluloid, one film after the other. And it's, when you're reminiscing that, you realize, oh wow, it was that golden era that is there. I'm just about discovering these films, and it just makes for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful watch. Even I think Kartika did a pretty solid job. I think probably she may have, could have come across as someone who's a little more steadfast and little more aggressive, just to justify her last act that was there. That was the little criticism that was there, but otherwise I think it was still a solid performance. So overall I felt that I'll just get the name again. Varku Samadhanam. This film, I loved it again. It was light-hearted with a very socially important drama that was there, with a socially important theme that was there, and it made for a pretty solid watch. It's streaming on Hotstar. If you have watched it, let me know your thoughts on this film, and I would be happy to comment on it. Also, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button, and let's grow this Digi family together. Ask your friends to subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your friends as well, and also you can visit my site Popcorn Reviews for all the recently detailed reviews that are there. You can read the reviews in your language. Remember, Popcorn Reviews has a double S in it. I recently came across a channel that had a single S in it. No, Popcorn Reviews here has a double S at the end, so that is the sign of originality for this channel that is there. Also, you can follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. All information present in the description box below. You can visit that for all the latest captions, you can say, of all the latest reviews. I'll see you again soon, probably tomorrow. Let's see. I want to, start with this Blast from the Past series as and when I get time. At least 2 in a week should be fine if there is no workload. So fingers crossed. You can keep the recommendations going, of all the old films that are there, and I will get to them soon. With that promise, I would like to say thank you so much for your love and support, and cheers to next time. Cheers.